Today, we're going to learn about a very important grammar topic that help us describe location, direction, time, and relationships in German. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to say things like Ich gehe durch den Park, okay? Dative is the indirect object in the sentence. It is to whom condition. Now, these are the dative prepositions, okay? Aus means from or out of, okay? Aus, I come from this place, or something is made up of or out of, okay? Let us now do the dative preposition examples. Let's practice prepositions. Hallo zusammen. Willkommen zu Ihrem Deutschkurs mit GNC Language School. Hello everyone. Welcome to your German class with GNC Language School. Today, we're going to learn about a very important grammar topic that help us describe location, direction, time, and relationships in German. Prepositionen mit Accusativ und Dativ. Okay. In German, preposition don't just stand alone. They control the case of the noun that follows. Some always use the accusative case, some always use the dative case, and a few can use both depending on the context. Understanding which preposition goes with which case is a key to building grammatically correct and natural sounding German sentence. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to say things like Ich gehe durch den Park, okay? Ich bin in dem Park, all right? So, let's get started with Accusative und Dative Prepositionen and unlock one of the most useful tools in German sentence building. Los geht's! First of all, we'll understand what are prepositions. You might have heard of in, on, at, behind, under, right? So prepositions are connecting words. They connect the words. They connect the words that show the relationship between nouns, pronouns, and other words in a sentence. Okay. So in German, preposition are particularly important because they determine which grammatical case to use. Okay. For location, the preposition is used as in. Okay. So in the house is in dem Haus. On the table is auf dem Tisch. Okay. For direction, we use durch or Okay. Through the city is durch die Stadt. Around the corner is die Ecke. For time, we use for. We is pronounced as for. So this is for. For dem meeting is before the meeting. For dem meeting. Nach dem Unterricht is after the class. Nach dem Unterricht. And for relationships, we say mit meinem Freund, with my friend, ohne Geld, without money. So in German, each preposition triggers either the accusative or dative or genitive case, which affect the form of the articles and the noun that follows. So basically, there are three types of preposition: accusative, dative, and vexel. In this lesson, we will only cover accusative and dative preposition. Now, as we are covering accusative and dative preposition, we'll first understand the accusative case and dative case. Okay. Accusative case is the direct object. So in a sentence, we have subject, we have object, then we have indirect object. But accusative is the direct object. Object, as the name say, will be something which is non-living thing, mostly 99%. It could be living being also 1%, okay? Mostly it will be non-living thing. So subject is the nominative who does the verb, okay, who does the action. So nominative is the doer, the subject. Accusative is the object, okay? That's the direct object. Like ich habe einen Kuli. So who has it? Ich. So ich is the nominative. I have a pen. Who has it? Nominative. Ich. And what I have? The object, right? So this object, the direct object is Kuli, which is pen. Here, Kuli is accusative, okay? Ich habe einen Kuli. I have a pen. So pen is a direct object. So accusative case is a direct object. So let's learn definite and indefinite article in accusative case. So we have nominative case here and we have accusative case here. Definite article is the, right? Indefinite article is a or an in German. So nominative is der for masculine, die for feminine, das for neutral, and die for plural. Accusative is den for masculine. Okay, always remember this is different than nominative. Nominative is der, die, das, die, but accusative is den, die, das, die. You have to remember this table. Okay, we have already covered definite and indefinite articles. Okay, but this is a quick revision. Now, indefinite article is a or an. Okay. So nominative is ein for masculine, eine for feminine, ein for neutral. Okay. Feminine takes extra E always. Accusative is einen for masculine, which is different, okay? Einer for feminine and ein for neutral. Just remember this, der, die, das, die, den, die, das, die. So accusative is den, die, das, die. Then indefinite article is ein, eine, ein for nominative and einen, eine, ein for accusative. Only the masculine changes. Masculine here is den and here it is einen. Just remember that. So why did I teach you accusative case once again? Because since we are doing preposition which are accusative preposition, so wherever you see accusative preposition in a sentence, the noun next to it, the direct object next to it will take accusative case. So we will follow that, this table there. All right, we have to follow this table there. Now these are the accusative preposition. Okay, introduction to accusative preposition, the meaning, the usage and the example. First is durch. Durch means through. Okay. Durch. It means through. The usage is used for movement through a place or medium. Like durch den Park. Through the park. Okay. Durch den Park. Through the park. Next is für. Okay. Für. Für is for. Für. The usage is it indicates purpose, benefit, or duration. Okay, like für meinen Bruder, for my brother. Now do you see meinen is coming here, not mine or minor, because this is accusative preposition. The noun next to it or the pronoun next to it will become accusative. It will trigger the accusative case, and we did definite and indefinite table now, so it will follow that. Now this is possessive article, so possessive article for masculine becomes meinen. Next is gegen. Gegen means against. Okay, gegen, it means against. It shows opposition or approximate time. Like around this time I will come. You're not sure about the exact time. So you say, I'll come around 7 o'clock, like that, right? And also for opposition, like I am playing against this team. Okay, so against. Okay. Gegen die Wand is against the wall. Gegen die Wand. Okay. Next is ohne. Ohne means without. It expresses absence or lack, like without money, or I'm going without my sister. Okay, so absence. Example is ohne Geld, that means without money. Okay, ohne Geld. Next one is means around or at. So when we tell time, we always say at 8 o'clock, at the exact time. That time we use at, and around is around some place. Okay, it indicates circular movement or specific time. For specific time, it is at, and for movement, it is around. Example is den Tisch, around the table. Okay, den Tisch, around the table. The next one is entlang. Entlang is along. It indicates movement alongside something. Like I'm going along the river. Okay, like that. So example is entlang den Fluss, along the river. Okay, ich gehe entlang den Fluss. I'm going along the river. Okay, entlang den Fluss. Now do you see this is accusative preposition? The noun or pronoun next to it becomes accusative. It triggers the accusative case, and since Fluss is masculine accusative, it will be den for definite article, right? We just did it in the table. Next is bis. Bis means until or up to. Okay, it indicates limit in time or space. Okay, bis den Bahnhof, up to the station. Okay, until this point. So bis den Bahnhof, again it is den Bahnhof because Bahnhof here is accusative masculine, and it is den for definite article. Okay, so accusative preposition is durch, für, gegen, ohne, entlang, and bis. The meanings are very much clear. Okay. Now let's see the example. First example is sie läuft durch den Park. She runs through the park. Now sie here is nominative because the doer, right? She is the doer, nominative, and the park is direct object. Durch is accusative preposition. The noun pronoun next to it is this one. So this will have the direct impact on this. Okay. So park becomes den Park, not der Park, because durch is making it accusative. It triggers accusative case. So it becomes den Park. It is masculine accusative and it is den for definite article. Next is er kauft Blumen Für seine Mutter. He buys flowers for his mother. Für is again accusative preposition which will make Mutter accusative. So accusative possessive pronoun for feminine is seine. Okay. Er kauft Blumen für seine Mutter. Er here is nominative and Mutter here is accusative. Next is das Team spielt gegen den Meister. The team plays against the champion. Okay. Now the team here is nominative because it's the doer. It is conjugating the verb. And Meister here is accusative because of the accusative preposition, and otherwise also it is the direct object in the sentence. Gegen is accusative preposition. It will make this noun next to it accusative. So it becomes den Meister. Accusative masculine is den when it is definite article. Next is ich gehe ohne meinen Schlüssel aus. Ausgehen is a trennbar verb, you see. Aus is a prefix, that's why it is going at the back, okay? Now ohne means without, it is accusative preposition, so it will make Schlüssel accusative, okay? So it is meinen. Accusative masculine is meinen in possessive article. Ich gehe nie ohne meinen Schlüssel aus. I never go out without my key. Next is die Kinder sitzen den Tisch. Is around. It is accusative preposition. It will make the noun next to it accusative. Tisch is masculine accusative here. That's why we have put den as definite article. Die Kinder sitzen den Tisch. The children sit around the table. The next one is wir spazieren entlang den Strand. We walk along the beach, okay? Wir here is nominative. It is conjugating the verb. Entlang is accusative preposition, which means along, which will make the noun next to it accusative because it will trigger the accusative case. Strand is masculine accusative, so it will have den as definite article. Wir spazieren entlang den Strand. Now let's learn the dative case. Now what is a dative case? Dative is the indirect object in the sentence. It is to whom condition, like ich helfe dir. To whom are you helping? To you. So it is to whom condition. And bestimmte article, which is the definite article for masculine, is dem in dative. Feminine, it is der. Neutral, it is dem. And plural, it is den plus n. This n goes at the back of the noun, like den Kinder, because Kinder is plural. So if it is dative, it will be den Kinder, and this n goes at the back of Kinder. So it becomes den Kindern. So this n goes at the back of the noun, okay? And den is the article before the noun. It will become den Kindern. So this is accusative bestimmte article, which is definite article, which means the. Dem, der, dem, den plus n, and unbestimmter article is indefinite article, which is or an. So masculine is einem, feminine is einer, neutral is einem, and plural is dash. We don't put for plural because plural is always more than one. So we just leave it blank. Okay, just remember this table. It is for dative case, which is to whom condition. Okay, dem, der, dem, den plus n, and unbestimmter is einem, einer, einem, and here we don't put anything. Okay. Now these are the dative prepositions. Okay, aus means from or out of. Okay, aus, I come from this place, or something is made up of or out of. Okay, so if it is origin or material, origin ke liye we can use this example aus Deutschland, which means from Germany. You can say aus Noida, aus Bangalore. So from Noida, from Bangalore. Okay, for origin, for place. If something is made up of. This example is for that. Der Tisch ist aus Holz. The table is made up of wood. Der Tisch ist aus Holz. Holz is wood. H is capital. It's a noun. Next is mit, which means with. It is used for accompaniment, like accompanying someone, like mit meinem Freund, with my friend. Okay, I am with my friend. So I am accompanying my friend. Okay. Now, since it is a dative preposition, the noun next to it will be triggered with dative case. So that's why it is meinem, right? Possessive article for masculine in dative is meinem. So mit meinem Freund. In accusative, it triggers the accusative case. And in dative, it triggers the dative case. Okay. It's also used for instrument like You travel with something. Okay, so mode of transport, basically mode of transport. Mit dem Bus, by bus. Mit der Bahn, by train. Okay, so for mode of transport also we use with, which is mit. Next is von. Von is from or of. Okay, for origin also we use, and for ownership. Okay, because of, something is of someone, something belongs to someone. Von der Universität, from the university. So this is for origin. Von der Universität. Now Universität is die Universität, but because von is a dative preposition, it will make it dative. It will make the noun or pronoun next to it dative. So this D becomes der in dative. That's what we learned in the table before, right? For ownership also, like of. Das Buch von meinem Bruder, my brother's book. Okay, das Buch von meinem Bruder, the book of my brother or my brother's book. Okay, now von is dative, it is making the noun next to it dative. That's why it is meinem, because dative masculine for possessive article is meinem. Next is seit. S is pronounced as the. This is seit, which means since or for. It is for duration or for starting point. Okay, like duration, like since 3 years, since 4 years. So it will be seit 3 Jahren, for 3 years. Okay, seit 4 Jahren. Okay, it could be that also. And for starting point also we use seit, like seit letztem Monat, since last Monday. Okay, seit letztem Monat. Now the next one is by, which is at or near. For location, it is by meinem Eltern. Like if you stay with someone, you always use by as a preposition. Like whenever you live with someone or stay with someone, you use by. So ich wohne bei meinen Eltern, you can say. I live with my parents, okay? Bei meinen Eltern, at my parents' place, okay? Next is, it is always used for employment. Like if you say I work with some company, or I work at some company, always use by as a preposition. Just remember, by is used for living with someone or for employment, for working with some company. Example is, ich arbeite bei BMW. I work at BMW. Ich arbeite bei BMW. Next is nach, which means after or to. It is for direction or temporal sequence. Temporal means something related to time. Like after this, I will do this. After this, I will do this. Okay. So for direction is like this, nach Berlin. Ich fahre nach Berlin would be I travel to Berlin. Okay. So to, nach is to also. And for temporal sequence, like nach dem Essen. Nach dem Essen komme ich zu Ihnen. After the meal, I will come to you. Okay. Nach dem Essen. It is a dative preposition. It is making the noun next to it dative. That's why it is dem Essen. Das Essen. Okay. The Essen is neutral. It is das Essen. And in dative, it becomes dem Essen. Next is su, which means to. It is used for direction and for purpose. Sum Banov means to the station. Here sum. Why sum? Because su plus dem. We have composed. We have made a composita. Su plus dem is sum. We can write it that way also. So sum Banov is to the station. Su is making the Banov dative. So der Banov becomes dem Banov in dative. So it becomes su dem Banov. And we have written it as sum Banov. Next is for purpose, sewer fire. Now again, su plus der is becoming sewer. Okay. Sewer fire, to the celebration. Ich komme sewer fire. I am coming to the celebration. Su plus der is sewer. The last one is gegenüber, which is opposite or across from. Okay, opposite. So she sits opposite to me. Okay, sie sitzt gegenüber. So gegenüber, dem Bahnhof means opposite the station. Gegenüber dem Bahnhof. It is a dative preposition. It is making the noun next to it dative. That's why it became dem Bahnhof. Okay, opposite the station. It also shows the relation to someone like meinen Eltern gegenüber, towards my parents. Okay, meinen Eltern gegenüber. Parents are plural dative. So that's why it is meinen, en ending. Dative plural is en ending. Let us now do the dative preposition examples. Examples are called Beispiele. Okay, Beispiele. First one is er kommt aus dem Büro. Okay, it is das Büro, and aus is a dative preposition here, so it is making the noun next to it dative. So das becomes dem in dative. Okay, das Büro will become dem Büro. Er kommt aus dem Büro. He comes from the office. The next one is sie wohnt bei ihren Eltern. Always remember, whenever you live with someone, you always use bei as a preposition. Okay. Sie wohnt bei ihren Eltern. She lives with her parents. Okay. The next one is ich fahre mit dem Auto zur Arbeit. Always remember, for mode of transport, we use mit as a dative preposition and it will make the noun next to a dative. So das Auto becomes dem Auto. Okay. Ich fahre mit dem Auto zur Arbeit. I drive to work by car. Next is nach der Schule gehen wir nach Hause. After school, we go home. Okay. Now, nach is making die Schule, der Schule, because it is making it dative. So, nach is a dative preposition. It will make die Schule, der. Nach der Schule gehen wir nach Hause. The next one is das Geschenk ist von meiner Schwester. The gift is from my sister. Okay. Now, von is a dative preposition which will make the noun next to it dative. So, meiner Schwester becomes meiner Schwester in dative. Next is wir gehen zu unserem Freund. We go to our friend. Wir gehen zu unserem Freund. So, Su is making friend dative. So, unser becomes unserem. Next is sie lernt seit einem Jahr Deutsch. She has been learning German for a year. So seit is since or for. It is making the noun next to a dative. So das Jahr, ein Jahr becomes einem Jahr. Sie lernt seit einem Jahr Deutsch. Next is die Bank ist gegenüber dem Restaurant. The bank is opposite the restaurant. Gegenüber is dative preposition. It is making das Restaurant dem. Okay. Die Bank ist gegenüber dem Restaurant. Now that's how you can remember accusative and dative preposition. We have 7 accusative preposition and we have 9 dative preposition, right? So how will you remember them? To remember accusative preposition, you have to learn the word feudogep. Feudogep. Please remember this word feudogep whenever you want to know accusative preposition. Okay. F is for für, U is D is durch, O is ohne, G is gegen, E is entlang, and B is bis. You know the meaning, okay? Für is for, is around or at, durch is through, ohne is without, gegen is against, entlang is along, bis is until or up to. So feudogep is the word if you want to know accusative preposition. Next is dative. To remember dative preposition, always remember the word fangsamt. V is for in German, so this is fangsamt. Fangsamt, okay? V is von, A is aus, N is nach, G is gegenüber, Su is to, A is außer, M is mit, B is bei, S is seit. Von is from or of, aus is from or out of, nach is after or to, gegenüber is opposite, Su is to, außer is except, mit is with, bei is at or near, and seit is since or for. Always remember fangsamt to remember dative preposition, and always remember that whenever accusative preposition is there, it will trigger accusative case to the noun or pronoun next to it, and whenever dative preposition is there in a sentence, it will trigger the dative case in the noun or pronoun next to it. Always remember that and you will never go wrong. Let's practice prepositions. So these are mixed preposition, accusative and dative. You have to tell me whether it is taking accusative case or it is taking dative case. The first one is er läuft durch den Wald. Now please tell me. If you know the word feudogep, so durch is accusative preposition, so this is taking accusative. All right. Next is ich spreche mit meinem Lehrer. I speak with my teacher. Now mit is Fangsams, right? That word you have to remember. Mit is dative preposition. So you have to write dative here. The next is Sie kauft Blumen für ihre Mutter. Now für is accusative preposition. Oh, this is accusative case. Mutter will take accusative case here. Next is wir kommen aus dem Kino. Aus is from and it is dative preposition because you can see it from here. Dem, right? We have done the table. Dem is dative. So das Kino becomes dem Kino. Next is die Kinder spielen den Brunnen. Okay. Now is accusative preposition. From den you can figure out, right? Is accusative preposition. So it becomes den. I hope you've understood accusative and dative prepositions well. I hope you liked the video. I'll see you in the next one. Danke.